Hello everybody and welcome back to Quest Junkies for the main event of our charity fundraising week for the Kaleidoscope Trust. It's Pride Month, so it's time for Vicki Mockery's Drag Race. Say hi, guys!
Hello!
Hi, guys!
Oh, we are fabulous and we are excited to bring this story for you tonight. And, I mean, you know, forgive us if we're bopping because there's some bops on tonight, let me tell you. So, let me get through all the introduction stuff out of the way because we need to get into this juicy tale. So, this is fundraising efforts for the Kaleidoscope Trust, a organization based in the UK but works internationally to help support and give access to proper rights to our wonderful friends and family in the LGBTQIA community all across the world. An incredible organization to support who does the best work possible. So that's who we're raising money for. Your donations tonight can and will influence the game directly. So it's not just us telling this story tonight. You guys get a share of the storytelling as well. You can see on the screen all the different donation incentives that are available. You can just give a +1 to the next roll, which I believe Ali did earlier on. Thank you very much for that donation. That number one, that +1, I rolled for it, and it goes to Bree. So that's a +1 to them. If you want to be even more generous, oh, we've got another one there straight away off the bat. Pixie, thank you so much, my dear. You're wonderful. And this one is going to, oh, interesting. I believe this one is going to Bridget, because we're going to meet that character soon. So that's a +1 to your next roll. Thank you so much. But there's other options as well. If you can afford to be extra generous, you could give someone a wild magic surge. You could give them a free natural 20. You could even drop a monster on them. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, it might not. It could be a Quokka. It could be a
Trend.
Fucking Tarask. It could be a Quokka-sized Tarask. Who knows?
I prefer the gelatinous platypus.
Our layout has changed, so...
Oh no, what happened?
It's alright, don't worry about it. We've all swapped around. It's magical chairs. It's all good. I'll fix that in just a hot second.
So this is what it's like to be Bree.
It is.
This is what it's like to be Sky, and I'm just gonna enjoy every moment of it, so...
That's a good idea. Let me just fix this right up here. Figure out who is who while I groove to this music. Okay, you're in the right place. You're in the right place.
Flashbang, I'll be right back.
You need to... No worries. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I think we're good around about now. Just because if I don't fine tune it, it's going to set my OCD off big style. But I think we're good. Okay.
Oh yeah, no,
let's go with that. So, thank you for your patience. So yes. All the donation incentives there on screen. Feel free to be as generous as you wish. People have been very generous this week with like giving us subs and that, and while we do appreciate the support for the channel, this week's all about supporting the LGBTQIA community. So let's please do that instead. And we're being raided by a party of one. My!
I love when that happens.
Amazing.
Being a raid all on her own.
Hi,
Amazing.
Mai. We love you. Thanks for tuning in.
Given that man's a force of nature, yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. We recently unlocked one of the charity goals when we hit 500, where Mai will be DMing for the very first time, not just like on stream, just in general, DMing for the first time. So that's going to be quite an exciting thing. Can't wait to see it. So let me get the rest of this stuff out of the way so we can get into this. There is the link in the chat there if you would like to consider donating. There is also a QR code on the screen if that's more your kind of thing. I don't really know how QR codes work. I just put it there and then I guess you guys do whatever it is you do with a QR code. I don't know. we would like to also shout out our dear friends over at Sirenscape, who are the audio platform that provides audible goodness to your tabletop role-playing needs. Using this link will also support the magnificent Phoenix Iwaki, the channel that helped Quest Junkies be what it is today. Go and support Phoenix. He tells some incredible stories. He usually involves in player deaths, which I have experienced over the last week, and I'm not okay with.
We broke the streak. We celebrated. We broke the streak. Okay.
I was so happy for you. I was like,
I was the one that was gonna go down. I was really happy.
I was so happy that I was like, oh man, I needed that. I needed you guys to survive for my own emotional benefit.
I know, right? But yes, Phoenix tells some wonderful stories, and using that link will support Phoenix as well. So we're all for it. We would also, while we don't have character art for this stream specifically, we would like to shout out our regular character artist, Vivor, who does art for the Rodania Chronicles and the Wildmount Chronicles. And also, shout out our Vampire the Masquerade artist, Bree, who is on your stream right now. Please go and give our two wonderful artists all the love in the world. They are incredible at what they do, and we can't wait to work with them even more. We also would like to introduce you to our community Discord. If you want to see all the stupid fucking memes that we send to each other and potentially recruit a seat at the table, then that is the place to do it.
You gotta stop insulting it, honey. You're doing wonderful and it looks fab. And everyone makes me laugh.
Thank you, darling. And last but certainly not least, if you can't stay for the whole stream tonight, fear not, because we have a YouTube channel where all the VODs are uploaded regularly. And we have our back catalogue of all the stuff we've done before now. You can see the rest of the streams we've done for Pride Month. We've done some really, really fun streams. And we have one more to come tomorrow, but we'll talk about that at the end of the night. So with all that out of the way, let's go around the table and meet our players. So I'll say, don't introduce your character yet, because we'll do that when we get into things. But tell us who you are, where people can find you in the real life, and give us a random interesting fact about your character, I suppose.
Characters, love it. Yep.
Starting with Bree.
Hi. So this is Breaking My Stream Cherry. Hello everyone, first time doing D&D for stream. Of course, my name's Bree. You can find me in the wild, a few different places. I'm not incredibly active anywhere, but I'm on TikTok under Bree the Tired, and Twitter and Instagram. So different places for different things, art or just silly D&D videos. And interesting thing about my character, he has a god-awful southern accent, so I apologize, y'all.
I mean, we're here for it. Don't threaten me with a good time. Thank you so much. Moving.
I don't know who Winter is, but I like you.
Winter is one of my DMs.
Okay.
I love it.
Interesting. Thank you so much. Moving across the overlay, Sky.
Well, hello everybody. I am Sky McSparkle. You can find me all across the interwebs under Sky McSparkle, where I cover Critical Role, Dimension 20, and other nerdy shows that we watch together, mainly on YouTube. Fun fact about my character, you see, I'm trying to channel my inner Matthew Mercer, so if you're in the market for a cuddly himbo, you got him.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm sold. There's only one way to find out. Thank you so much. Moving down the overlay, Scarlett.
Watashi ka. Alright, hi everyone! Wait, which Scarlet? Which Scarlet? Wait, it's me. I'm never sure with usernames. Hi everyone, I'm Scarlet Song, she, her, you're not a lichen librarian. You can find me on Twitch where I do art. Occasionally we do TTRPG read-throughs as well. I'm very often on other people's channels, being either fabulous, cute, a celestial construct as of recent developments, or on Arcpoint as Miss Cotta, where I am the lead character sprite artist, and amongst other things. As for a fun fact about my character, my character came from not a truly conservative clan, but let's just say the day they left, they flew out the door and left a trail of glitter in their wake, and their mum was the one waving. Just like, you go get.
You go out there and take the world. Thank you so much.
Damn right.
Moving back along, play Sasha.
Hi, everybody. You guys know me by now. I'm here every Wednesday for the Wildbound Chronicles. But you can find me online at the Rambling Lobster or the Weird Lobster everywhere else because I can't decide on username apparently. You can find me every Wednesday over here also, and that's pretty much it. And a fun fact about my character is that she's a snaky little bitch. And that's gonna be hard for me because I'm not a mean person, but like, why did I bring this on myself?
Let it come out. Let it flow through you.
Yes, let the hate flow through you.
Let the spice pepper everything you do.
Yeah, because that tea is hot. So you spill it, girl. You spill it. Thank you very much. Moving down the overlay once more, Bridget.
Hello, everybody. I'm Bridget. You can typically find me in most places at Nice Try Enigma, except for my archive of our own, which is Nice Try Enigma 69. Fun fact about my character, which might make more sense once we jump into things. When I was trying to come up with a voice, I decided on a Mandalorian evocation, which might make more sense because he can bring you in warm or he can bring you in cold.
Damn. Oh, looking forward to seeing the context of that. Thank you so much. And last but certainly not least, Buns.
Hi, it's me, a Buns. We're not doing character stuff yet. You can find me, unfortunately, in the real world, but also on Twitter at HoneyBuns and here on Twitch at BattlescarBunny. Normally on Phoenix Wacky's channel on Wednesdays playing Corbin, or Spore Jesus, as they're now known. There is also me playing everybody's favorite body and embodiment of Camp Spirit over on Eviscerate's channel as Maisie, and now I'm playing Pirate Board on Sunday on Guild Superior.
I'm so excited.
So I'm there are things in my faces places, and that's new for me.
Have you got a fun fact about your character?
I have one. Claire was born on the crest of a volcano on a dare.
Yes.
On a
The person that their parent was with said, "I bet you wouldn't give birth right now," and they're like, "Watch me."
Hell yeah.
They have taken that I hold my beer spirit through their whole life.
That's an interesting form of induction. Just
Right?
through pure willpower.
It's like going into labor and they're like, "You better not give birth to that." You shouldn't have told me not to. Now I got him.
Oh, now I kind of want to see that backstory just played out. So I don't know. Maybe we'll do a prequel and find out what the fuck is up with that.
Hey, their name is literally baptized in fire. So
It's true. Thank you so much. And I am Patch, your ever humble dungeon master. Tonight I am Vicki Mockery, this fabulous piece of ass that you can see right here. And I'll give you a random and interesting fact about Vicki Mockery. Let me think off the top of my head. Vicki Mockery was once in line for the throne, as they are of royal ascent, but declined to take it on the premise that it would not do well for her career, being the most fabulous of drag artists across the land.
Love it. Love it.
So, with all that out of the way, it's time to jump in. So, the six of you have recently received word from Vicki Mockery that she has a job for you. So you've traveled to the outskirts of the capital city, and you found yourself at the safe house location. So let me roll a d6 to see who we meet first. Okay, so walking into the safe house first. Buns, if you'd like to, please describe what we see strutting their way through the doorway to the safe house.
So, in a very kind of, at first you may think it's a joke when you see them walk through the door and they're wearing what is essentially long purple robes. Put my hood back up. That kind of give you the appearance that they might be like somebody who works in an abbot or maybe even a monk as they walk through, until they kind of pull their hood off and you're met with almost watercolor fire hair that is blues and reds and whites and oranges that just sort of come down on the side. Like everything about them has this like, it's catching the light where a person. That's who's like kind of walking in. They have this geometric shape that is kind of on the very front of their robes and their hands inside. When they come in, like I said, they put down their hood and kind of look around the room and try to find the darkest corner to light up.
Okay. And then quickly following, Sky.
Need this playlist.
Right, such a pop. Well, coming in at a solid 6'2", as a gelatinous individual dressed like a lumberjack lesbian king, and from the top, peeking out of their flannel, you see the head of a glaive, and it just goes right into their body. And looking around, you see a little symbol floating around on the inside. They tend to be, well, they're rocking many things, but really impressed by all the detail on this abode we're about to enter. And I think it's just gonna hold the door open for whoever I'm sure is about to follow on in.
All right, let's find out exactly who.
I love them.
Scarlet.
Oh, half tripping over their own cold brew, as they strut with like just this sheer amount of confidence, and that even the stumble with the cold brew actually looks like it's an intentional. Oh, did you miss me? And as they like turn to you as you're holding this door, and just like, oh, thank you for noticing I was arriving, and then walks through. It's like, you're doing great, hun. I spot you in the corner. It's just like, yes. As they try to find somewhere to just like, as they move, they're very clearly bopping to a beat that they've got on their head. There's a lyre at their hip, holstered like a gun. Let's be honest with ourselves. There's a lyre at their hip, holstered like a gun, and they are crystal dragonborn. So as they bop, there's like a slight tinkling to the way that they walk. So when they walk past you at the door, there's like this soft, like almost wind chime effect as they move by, and it's almost like the light refracts off your flames, and it starts to like bounce off the room and turn it into more of a disco.
Amazing.
Oh yes. Hi, dears. I'm Nova.
We appear to have lost a player. So while we fight to re-find them, Bridget.
He seems content to let you make your entrance first, Nova, before holding the door open for anyone else. Strolling through like a gentleman out of time, you all would see a 7'2" Goliath dressed in dapper suspenders, and a bow tie, with purposefully done makeup to accentuate their features. I'll say he'll lean against the door and kind of fold his arms to prop it open. Just nod to whoever's coming in next.
Okay.
I'm Danica.
Thank you. And since we're still waiting the return of Sasha, Bree.
All right. So not too far behind is a average height tiefling wearing ridiculously tall high heels. And she kind of, as she approaches, she stops and she looks up and she's like, "Oh, well, thank you, darling. That's awfully mighty kind of you." And she's gonna coolly stroll in. She is dressed in cow print. It's very camp. It has nice long tassels and then tight leather pants. And she's just gonna coolly gaze around the room.
Nova like blows you a kiss and just snaps in appreciation. You're looking great.
Oh, thank you, darling. You look mighty fine yourself.
Fabulous.
Compliments will get you everywhere, dear.
Don't I know it?
I will give you guys a few minutes to chat to each other in character while I find out what's happened to our sixth member.
No. It's alright. It's part of the story. They appear like a magical cloud of dust.
Yeah.
They're running slightly late as they finish up their last job.
Well, you know what they say. It's always good to be fashionably late.
It
I'm
means
expecting
everyone gets to see how beautiful you are.
Just has to
I'm
make an
expecting a
entrance.
very big entrance.
What's that they say about arriving too soon? Should be avoided, I hear.
Oh, you don't want to come too soon, honey.
Well, yeah, they say there's a lot of things you shouldn't be first at.
It's just like the horns tinkle just a little bit as they kind of cock their head back. Oh, my goodness. So, how have you been? I feel like I don't remember any of you. Sorry, it's been a while.
We are also considerably more sober than the last time we all got together.
That's true. There was that whole thing with what do they call them again? It's not fishbowl when they're that big. It's like,
It's more like
aquarium?
a trough. One would see. Yeah.
Oh yeah, trough is good. Trough is good. There was a lot of umbrellas. Those
For me, it was more of a dunk tank.
But you know what they say, the better the more you don't remember, the better time you've had.
I was gonna say,
course.
I don't believe I recognize any of you after all of that. So,
So, hello, Nova. It's a pleasure
Right.
to meet you all.
Nice to make sober introductions.
Yeah, that's true. And I don't have a rocking headache except from, scheduling and stuff. There are times when I believe I need a personal assistant, but then I'd have to hire one with money. So,
I feel like everyone in the room, this is like too real.
I think the name's Diego, and I find it really charming how you just said scheduling.
Well, thank you, dear.
He'll bow. Danica.
Danica? Yes.
charmed.
Lovely.
Name's Irma Turgi.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you.
Gorgeous. Absolutely, darling.
Suits you perfectly.
And then Flair's gonna step up and offer their hand. It's still kind of ablaze until you take it, and then it goes. And they're like, you can call me Flair.
Spicy.
I do like them spicy. You are just a ball. Well, less of a fishbowl this time, I guess.
It's funny when we get together how things seem to just heat up.
Well, now I'm taking a look around. I do think I see some alcohol over here if anyone would like a drink.
After I finished my cold brew, I got it from this very sweet little kitty cat down the way.
Are you
Some sort of
stealthily trying to?
expansion?
Are you trying to stealthily canonize this session?
It wasn't my idea, firstly. Advice in the chat totally totally like pumping it through. And to be fair, you know, subsidiaries, imitators. I'm not too sure if it's the real thing, but Nova's always willing to try something, and if they don't like it, they don't like it. It's what happens. And sometimes, well, it's just. Does anybody want any actually? Because this is really nice. It's got like a pepperminty sort of like all sort of flavors at once that are nice flavors at once kind of thing. Did anybody?
Irma will strut over and just kind of go, ah.
It feeds it without like absolutely any like note of like whatever this whatever sauciness is going down. Just like, oh yes, enjoy.
Diego's gonna start lifting up their shirt a little bit to reach their hand in and pull out their mug from their stomach.
I love them.
Oh, that's quite handy, yes. Wow.
Oh.
It was inside of you.
Yeah, there's a lot of things inside of me. I mean, that wasn't supposed to sound like that.
Oh, it can sound like that if you want.
It happens.
Express yourself.
I've just received words.
Oh no.
Sasha's unfortunately had a massive neighborhood-wide power cut, which includes the cell phone towers.
Oh,
So they will join when they can.
Yeah.
So we're sending them all the love. So for the time being, we'll say that at this point, as you're all mingling, one of the interior doors bursts open and you see this silhouette in the light of a very recognizable figure as Vicki Mockery sways into the room with a little spin. Well, hello, my beauties. So good to see you all. I know you did such a good job with that last. What a soiree. My head is still buzzing after all that mess.
Yeah.
How y'all doing? Y'all good? Y'all together?
We're just making reintroductions.
Yes, it did
Of
end. You
course.
remember the party?
Honey, I remember everything. Even the parts that I blacked out for. Don't you worry. Every explicit detail. We do have one more joining us, but they're just finishing up some last little tidbits that I've asked them to personally see to. But in the meantime, I actually have a new job for you, and this one could be the biggest you've ever done. So, grab a seat, grab a drink, and get comfy. And she
Biggest job ever done. This must be impressive.
She snaps her fingers, and a bunch of unseen servants flood the room with furniture that they pull into a little semicircle for everyone to sit down in.
Oh, well, ain't that handy?
Danica
they
will
have
sit
hands.
cross-legged on the floor. Wouldn't want to break your furniture.
Yeah, come on.
It'd take a lot to break anything that's mine, honey.
Ha! Love it.
Making a mental
Sorry.
note.
Irma will
So,
take a seat and cross her legs all primly.
let me dish the dish for y'all. So you know about that old royal wedding that's happening today,
Oh
supposedly.
yes, that seemed rather soon, don't you think?
Well, here's the
Awfully
thing.
quickly. They call them a shotgun wedding.
Yeah,
I think
Tyler.
this is more than a shotgun. Let me tell you. You know me. I have eyes everywhere. I got informants. They tell me every detail of everything that goes on in this city. So our beloved King Magnus Steelheart, he is, as the world knows, to be married to the Lady Trovia Wensworth. Some stuck-up two-tone bitch who seems to have come out of nowhere. Well, it seems she's been up to no good. She's been a naughty girl and not in the good way.
Well, it
My-
makes sense that you would call your brat tamers for that type of problem.
I know, right? So here's the thing. Words reach my ears that she is some sort of magic user. She's put some sort of spell on our king to make this wedding happen. And she's pushing for power. And let me tell you, the laws that she wants to bring in place, no. Our lifestyle, our way of life, she wants to put an end to this. So, for once, I'm gonna say this mission, the seatbelts are off. You do what you have to put this bitch under. And just for extra flair, I want you to be as fabulous as possible, because that's really gonna fucking mess with her before she's dead.
Oh,
Understood.
damn.
Well, I mean, do you have a extra pair of stupid high heels I could put on to...
What size, darling?
Well,
you can even ask.
I can morph my feet to be whatever, so...
Okay.
I
Clicks
love
her
it.
fingers again, and an unseen server runs into the room with these shimmering, glittery gold heels. They look like an 11 or 12-inch heel on the back of them.
Ooh, yes.
How's this?
Oh, that's an AOHNS accident waiting to happen.
I'm about to feel like Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Let's get
So
rid
here's-
of the ball.
Here's the interesting thing. So, this queen to be, as they say, she's no queen, that's for sure. She's got a very tight control on the guest list, but, you know, I am a queen of many talents, and I've arranged for you to meet someone in the city to obtain some invitations for you all. The guards might still take some convincing to make sure they're legitimate, which they're not, but, you know, those guards are thick as pig shit. That'll get you in. After that, whatever happens is up to you.
Understood.
And she hands one of you, like, a card with instructions of where to meet the informant, and the information I've just told you, basically, in cliff notes.
Nicest handwriting. There's perfume on the paper.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Nothing but lilac.
It's just different stationaries.
Scented.
Oh,
Lovely.
300 GSM cardstock. Lovely.
So, time's ticking. I look forward to hearing from you. I'll try and make an appearance if I can once the job is done. I gotta go
We'll get 'em ready
find.
for you.
I gotta go find Vixen, make sure that they're finished with their job, and I'll bring them along when I can. To
Understood.
have fun, and don't fuck it up.
My friends, we need to have a little bit of a plan here. So, who's good at smoozing?
Mwah.
Just kind of does a little wave over at you.
Bows.
Obviously, we need to play not exactly fair, but
Oh,
whatever gets the job done.
it's not unfair if you're just honestly this good.
What's wrong with a little game of you can get with this or you can get with that?
Well, they get with neither, honestly, but that's just me.
There's such a variety to choose from.
Now,
So-
flavor.
very, very sneakiness. I have things that can help with that.
As for Nova is definitely of the charisma variety. I would also love to think, honestly, the visuals of like the crystal with the watercolor fire.
Oh no,
going
yeah,
through-
it's gonna be so
it's
good.
so good. It's already so good.
I have an idea for that. I have an idea.
Right? Just brings out that liar.
As the two of you walk, Irma will cast prestidigitation and do like little sparkles and colors of light to
Yes.
dance across both of them. Extra sparkly.
As if it wasn't already aura innate.
Right.
Yes, I'm living for it. It's so good.
Can I look at the invitation? Is it just like a civilian invitation, or is it something specific that it says we are?
It's a press pass, essentially.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh.
So I feel like we should definitely get our story straight. Like this, I think this is definitely like a walk and talk conversation that,
That
we're
would be
having.
the straightest I've ever been.
You know, if we're here as the press, I've got something that can help with that. And they reach into their body and
Yeah.
pull out a journal and a quill.
I love this himbo plus point so much.
It's perfect. Thank you so much.
Danica pulls out a notepad and a mechanical pencil.
Oh, I suppose
be a
that puts me
reporter.
on art. I will do the equivalent of like, oh gosh, I guess minor illusion to be like imitating any of the thing as if like they're taking images of just
Okay.
as if they're like the photographer and the like organizing that sort of stuff.
So for press, I think that just leave like the who would be like the assistant, the person running around, and then the face.
Oh, do we need one of those?
I don't know. I don't know. We're a full crew. Irma, are you going to be the face or?
1 second. I'm mainly checking because the new character who dis about my special item and whether or not I can in fact do what I want to do right now. Because I have not played this type of individual before. Sorry about this.
It's all good.
Well, I can always do wardrobe and aesthetics, so.
And I'll be. They just kind of look up at Danica and they go, the muscle.
Well, that's quite all right. I'm a man of many talents.
I'm
So you walk and talk.
flexible, one could say.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
walk-
we're following where the directions send us. It's just like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is the planning walk and talk.
So you walk from the outskirts into the city proper, which, since it was demanded, we'll say a city within the lands of Rodania, which to the rest of the world is known as the city of Cathern. But to the citizens of Cathern itself, it's known by another name. The glistening city of Rupolio.
Yes. Polio? Polio?
Rupolio.
Yeah.
Rupolia.
I believe the
Polia?
emphasis is
Polio.
Emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yeah.
Syllable.
Polio, major
Syllable,
difference.
yeah.
It's tomato.
We can't be too impressed, so we have to be like that the judgment impressed where you're like, this is nice. I guess.
What is it?
The streets are bustling as people are setting up street parties for the royal wedding, such a momentous occasion. There's children running about all over the place. Your directions take you to one of the poorer quarters of the city, and specifically down a side alley, where when you turn the corner, you see a hooded figure waiting towards you and waves, recognizing your presence, and sort of gestures you to follow as they turn and open a door into a sort of what looks like a house kind of building, just buttoned onto the side of this city street. And as you follow in, it's a bare room with no furniture or anything in, almost like an outdoor cupboard, but roomy enough that all of you can go in. Even 7'9" Danica can comfortably squeeze in. As the individual lowers their hood and reveals a human male form, long brown locks of hair, a scruffy chin beard, very basic clothing. Hello. I take it you're Miss Mockery's crew. Rather impressive from what I can see. Good to
Always.
see you.
You heard right.
Was.
Well, we have met before. It was a long time ago. I used to live the lifestyle myself. You may remember my stage name, Fanny Delver.
They're just like,
Oh,
Me, Fanny Delver? I've been to one
I
of
know.
your shows. You did excellent work.
Thank
oh my god,
you.
your makeup.
We're standing
been-
in the presence of greatness over here.
Thank you.
Danica will bow.
They literally are looking for something for them to sign. Just like, oh my goodness, yes.
I mean, I keep thinking about to come back, but there's more pressing matters. I go by my true name now, Jasper Swiftblade. It's not quite as glamorous, but life changes.
you make
And
any
you
name
like
you
the
wear
name?
proud.
Do you like the name?
Yes, it's all right. I mean, life's different now. Since I stepped down, I met a man and fell in love, as it were. Unfortunately, that man is about to be wedded to some fucking bitch.
We
Oh,
have
don't tell me.
Oh,
Hmm.
Oh my. All right. Well, that won't
This,
do.
not
This
if
is-
we have anything to say about it.
thank
we
you.
have plenty.
I am pretty broken. Not 3 nights ago, he proposed. Told me that,
So this bitch is trying to not only implement the bullshit, but also took yours.
I am not allowed in the city anymore. Hence the disguise, and yes, we've been outlawed. But I can't give up on him.
Mind me cutting in, but does this bitch know what your alter self looks like? Because you could
They don't, unfortunately.
just.
I'm not sure. I don't even know who the fuck she is. Whether she was, if she's just jealous or just a fucking bigot. I don't know. But whatever she's done to the king, I can snap him out of it. I know him. I've known him. We've been in love since we were teenagers. I know that man better than anyone. I will break him out of this, whatever the spell is, but I can't deal with her. So if you can get to her, I can get to him.
Understood.
Leave it to us.
What do you know
Got
about
your back.
Thank you.
What, aside from the invitations, what do you know about the ceremony or whatever we can do to break both in and this individual? Do they have a pride point? Do they have a...
So, from what I've been able to gather, the ceremony is supposed to take place at midday. Only invitees are allowed into the main chambers where the wedding will take place. There will be guards, obviously. It's a royal wedding. But if you can get in, then cause a bit of a ruckus, as I'm sure you will when you deal with her, but that will give me the chance to slip in. I will not be able to get in while they're occupied with the wedding, but I'll wait for your signal, as it were.
Should we get close to the king? Is there something we may tell him so that he will be aware that we are a friend and that we know you? Is there some secret praise that we could utter?
The last time I saw him, he wanted nothing to do with me. His life was all about her now. I think his mind is truly gone at this point.
Sounds
But I will
like
get it
some
back.
sinister magic at play here.
Not for long.
Well,
Not for long.
sometimes the best thing you can do is remove the cancer. So, everybody, I think we got a tumor to go remove.
Grab my shears. Snip it out.
On it.
Okay.
I'm going to enjoy breaking this bitch.
Please do.
What?
And if it's at all possible, just for a personal thing, I want the last thing she hears in life to be the phrase, Fanny Delver sends her regards, if at all possible.
I'll shoot it in the sky like fireworks.
Oh, I like that. That works. Do that.
Vicky picked well, I
Emma
see.
does like little prestidigitation
Right?
fireworks in the background.
It's happening.
And as a hero, Verdania once said, she can certainly fucking try.
Okay. So, I'll wait for your signal.
Oh, you'll be able to tell.
I was saying, you'll know it when you see it. And then can I cast Pass Without a Trace on us so that we can move through the city?
Of course you can, yeah.
I mean, good luck suppressing this, but all right.
You'll need a plus 10 for that.
The automatic 10 plus should help with something.
Oh yeah, appreciate it. It's just like you know how when you enter a room that you feel like is haunted and it's just like, oh, that sudden cold chill. I feel like that's like the equivalent of like the sunlight going through.
That's fair. No, that's fair. That's fair.
You have the people in a trench coat sneaking into an R-rated movie. It's fine.
Yes. That's
Yep.
just the rascals trying to get insurance. Okay.
Okay, so you're making your way towards the royal castle, as it were. Go ahead.
No, we all just went, make him away.
Oh, okay. Of course. I should have known. And you're electing to go stealthily as to not be picked up on. Please, everyone, make a group stealth check using
Right.
plus 10 because of Pass Without a Trace.
Stealth.
27.
23.
Stealth. That
23.
thing.
27.
27 as well.
Okay.
With the 10, right?
14?
So we want them to.
19.
Oh, wait, no, plus 10, 16.
19.
23.
Okay.
Like
That's
I said,
pretty-
you can't really suppress how
Fair,
glittery
no.
this is.
Irma could use prestidigitation to like temporarily soil all the glitteriness.
Don't touch it. There's no
I
point.
didn't think you wanted
It would
Fill your
it- it-
shine.
Trust me when I say that others have tried and failed miserably.
Failed.
You could throw wine at me and I'd still get drunk off the atmosphere. You're fine. The
Wow.
attempt is appreciated, dear.
Okay, so with those rolls, you successfully wade through the streets undetected. There's a few people that catch the eye, but they seemingly just give you a knowing nod and don't interact.
Good.
Perhaps some of Vicky's extended network, making sure you get to the destination unchecked. And eventually, you find your way into the queue to enter this wedding. And even with the pass without a trace, you stand out at this point as the majority of the groups are dressed in tuxedos and ball gowns and the upper establishments of this prestigious city, of course.
Oh,
But you
no.
have what look like official invitations.
They
I'm,
are official invitation, thank you.
I think, starting to panic. Diego is gonna blob morph glasses on and then make their flannel look a little shinier, so a little less rustic and a little more glam to try to
Right.
fit in, because it seems to be a bigger moment than they were anticipating.
Like more metro flannel instead of rugged flannel.
As you do that, Nova sticks out their hand and like with not touching you because they're still not sure if like they can without like anything happening. Like they don't want to harm you, right? So as they kind of like stare, it's like they look you in the equivalent of the eyes, where these morphed gone glasses are, and go. Sorry, I was just like pork.
My dog is outside, and whose name is Ursula. They're very upset that there's a cat outside. Also, how dare they be in the outside?
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I was just like, oh yes, they're just like, wow, the palace dogs are having a great time.
They have all the scraps.
They puts their like their taloned hands over and goes, darling, if you hold yourself with confidence, shoulders back if you have shoulders, head high if you have one of those, and strut. If anyone, and I mean anyone, question why they're so insecure in the first place. You're fine. You look great.
Takes a full, confident Matthew Mercer with a high man bun. So has humanoid features, and you can now safely touch.
Love it so much. I love it so much.
Irma will look around if anyone's giving them weird looks. She's just gonna be like, well, honey, it's called camp. Get over it.
Just
I sworn I've seen you to other places, dear.
What do you mean? What? Must be mistaken.
I see your eyes are
don't-
open and your mouth is moving, but did Mr. Brain check out?
Nothing, dear. They mean nothing, dear. Nope, I don't know what they're talking about. No.
By the way, I turn to the person they're saying to you look amazing.
Thank you, dear. Thank you.
I love what you've done with the and like just gestures at their whole outfit, like just yes. I'm thriving.
Yes, I thought
This is
so
great.
too. Reginald didn't think so, actually. Did you, Reginald? You were
Reginald
fine,
clearly
dear.
doesn't have the taste that you have, my dear.
Thank you, of course. See? So uncivilized, darling. Grumble.
I just want to move in like we're with them. Like when they go inside.
Yeah.
Trojan horse.
It's like conversing, just like, oh, so how are things? How's the fam? As if we've been like we've known each other for
forever.
years.
You
Right.
really must play chess.
Oh my goodness, it's been
So
I'm so bad at chess.
Even Reginald like that.
So when you get to the front of the queue, the guards sort of halt. Have you got an invitation? Pass?
Obviously, like just holds it as if it doesn't mean anything.
Right? Like
Oh wait, hang on, I've got upside down.
Well,
My favorite
the
part is
great
that
news,
the face cam just like flicked off.
Yes.
real good
Sorry,
news
Izzy.
for you there, mister, is that if the mind flayers descend, I think you're gonna be safe.
Oh, that's a relief. I thought we'd already had the press, but I mean, might have judged. There
I
you
mean,
go.
the good press is always fashionably late, dear.
This is the royal wedding, after all.
Do you think not a royal wedding's press looks like the people who just walked in? Which I'm sure looked great, but
They don't look. They don't pay me to think. They just pay me to guard. So
And
You're
how does
doing
that make you
a
feel?
lovely, lovely job. The people behind us seem a little sketchy, though, so we'll just get out of your way.
Oh, really? In what way? He sort of grips a hold of his spear.
So you have such
Oh,
good taste. I'm going to leave that to your own discretion.
Oh.
perhaps they were spreading a licentious rumor or two.
Not on the
Rumors
king's
near a
wedding day,
wedding.
they won't. Thanks
Not
for the
with
Yes,
tip.
you here.
Do see to that as quickly as possible, thank you.
Of course. Right, lads. We've got a couple of miscreants here. And they start escorting them away. And you are free to enter.
Yeah.
just, yes. Whew. I like it turns back to Diego. I really like you. You're great. Did you know that?
Well, thanks. That makes me feel a whole lot better about today.
Oh,
I've only
were you
been here
feeling a
for
little
5
nervous?
minutes. But if
You're feeling that great today. You're looking fabulous.
Well, it's really thanks to all this extra sparkle and these nice shoes coming in. I went with the lumberjack vibes, and all of you,
Oh, everyone
you've
loves a
got
lumberjack.
tassels. You
Honey,
Well,
try not to
can't
have a panic attack.
you hungry, let's go make fun
Let's
of
get you
people.
some food.
and food.
Are you hungry?
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
think that might
have
be
you
the
eaten?
issue. I have not
You can't live
eaten.
off cold brew and stuff alone, even if it's good.
What do you eat? Can you eat?
Danica will add that you don't dress for the situation. The situation dresses itself for you.
Always.
No bite zone.
Only if people say please, and even then.
So you enter the main halls for the wedding. As you can see, all the guests sort of spread out across the room. There is a string quartet playing generic wedding music in the far corner, and there is a long table filled with all the little nibbles and snacks that you'd normally see at a wedding. And you are free to mingle for the time being.
Canapes.
Yes. Yes, you can.
What is it with these events and tiny food? Just
Ugh.
tiny.
You think they don't want us to eat anything at all? Just look at it.
You think they'd spend any of this money on getting an actual caterer?
You'd think they'd never met anyone with an appetite.
Not to mention, you think if you were throwing a party this mighty fine, that you'd at least have chocolate-covered strawberries, something more sensual by. But these people got a mighty big stick of enfeeblement stuck up their asses. I'm so sorry.
No. Speak truth. Speak truth.
We should. You
The
know,
library is open.
I feel like this would be a lot more fun if we were to spread this with other guests. Just to give them a people's touch. The best way to ruin a wedding is from the guest inward.
Well, the first thing that needs to change is this music. I hate this. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's room for the classics, but that sounds like we're about to step through a funeral. Which, to be fair, what's going on?
Well, I mean, while you do that, I guess I can spike the punch.
Please do. Oh, actually, may I, please, if this is Rodania?
Go on.
Do I
hit
have
me.
a sample? Is there a sample of wild brew, cold brew? Did I get a free sample?
I mean,
You
who
can
am
say
I
no.
to say
okay.
no to such a request? If
If
you're gonna destroy my world, do it for Pride Month.
Right.
Just a reminder to anyone, and thank you for the previous raid. Just a reminder to anybody who's in here that we are currently doing stuff that the Kaleidoscope Trust, I believe Trust, not Fund, do the thing. Inspire more chaos. As I
Yes.
pass this tiny little like shot glass sized vial of mysterious like coffee looking stuff in your direction, Diego. It's like, I got this from this, I think they were some sort of cat. It was just, they just had a really good energy and the cutest accent. It was so nice.
Is this for the spiking or is this for me?
Oh, it's for the spiking. I'm sure it's going to. From the way that they were talking to me about it, I wasn't going to have a good time with it later, but I think they need it now because.
Stop's about to take a shot of it in just one moment. I'll also get some snackies for later.
Good thinking.
Snackies. Some snackies.
Can you,
I love it.
can you store your food in? She's like looking at your body, and she's realizing it's really inappropriate that she's staring like this. She's like, does it go in there for later?
So, I like to think of myself as the himbo of the traveling, what would you call it? Bottomless pit of holding things. Some people wear
Hell
purses.
yeah.
Other people have backpacks. Some sporins. Not me. I carry it in here. When I choose to eat something, it dissolves. When I choose not to eat it, it stays preserved.
That's
No,
nice
I
and
like
handy.
that. So
Imagine the
convenient.
freedom. Question.
Wow.
Mhm.
Is there a gift table?
Ha!
There is a gift table, yes, and there are many extravagant looking gifts on the table.
Danica will pull Irma and say, I think I have an idea.
And what's that?
She'll pull out a gem, and if I place this on the top of the pile and we draw attention to it, what do you want to bet? A few people make a fool of themselves trying to run and grab it off of the pile.
Mm-hmm. And you don't think that they would think it was just a present on the table, do you? That's the only caveat there.
Think they'd
Think
see
their greed
it,
outweighs their propriety.
and exactly. I have a way of making sure that can happen.
Irma summons her mage hand, and it reaches out for.
The gem.
Giving me the shiny.
All right.
Shiny onegaishimasu.
So, ideally, we'll aim for the top of the pile, and then I will cast Incite Greed, at 3rd level.
Yes!
Okay.
Tasty.
It doesn't appear to give me a limit of creatures I can choose, so any number of creatures, so hey, why not roll for it?
Why not?
Actually, on that note, very quickly before you do, can I use my background function feature as a courtier to gain the knowledge of how the noble court, who the movers and shakers are, and most importantly, who would cause the biggest scene for wanting that particular item?
Interesting. Okay. Let me roll something real quick. Okay. So
If I'm gonna be a bitch, I'm gonna do it right.
as you mingle around and you pick up like sort of the gist on who's who, and it strikes you that if you were going to pull off something like this, then to really add fuel to the fire, you could specifically target the family members of this lady soon to be queen.
Love it. All right. As like I hear you going, I lean, I kind of like glance around, and I just need to double check if it's a once a day thing, because if it's a freebie, I'ma do it because I can. Come on. Where is it? Sorry. If you're within 30 feet, oh, it's any creature. Oh, even better. I'm going to use Psionic Mind.
Okay.
To like be like, oh, you totally want to target that one, and like I kind of mentally send you the image of like these particular individuals. It's just that'll really stir some shit. In the meantime, I'm fixing this music. This is not entertainment.
So on that
Oh, it
note,
is.
as you go to fix the music, what do you do?
I am going to firstly check with Flair if they'd like to assist me on this.
Let's go.
I stride up and I'm like, I purposely look disappointed and bored. And like, and as I wait and look for the most prideful individual among them who looks like they have a competitive streak.
Okay. So you see that the individual currently playing the cello fits that description.
Oh, yeah. And I'm just like, oh, what a shame. I'm sure you could do better than that.
So I'm sorry?
Oh, this is very clearly beneath you.
What?
It's just, I thought I'd be entertained, and I'm a little disappointed.
I mean, I did say as much, but the queen to be has had specific orders for the music.
Oh, and would she have ordered the guests to be entertained though?
Well,
You really want to make the queen to be mad, but the guests at her wedding day
Are bored.
bored.
Dear. Bored. At a wedding. There's alcohol and there's people like doing this.
Food,
No,
there's
that-
lovely decorations, and then there was the
It's lovely.
music.
Go ahead and make a either persuasion or intimidation, because you had a little bit of both in there, and do so with advantage.
I will.
That's how we know we get it right. It was both.
Yeah. Or with advantage. 29.
29.
Only a 29.
Only a
29.
29. Okay.
Only
well,
a 29.
since you only rolled a 29, nothing happens. No.
Oh, sorry, 28. My bad.
You?
I was like, oh no, sorry, 28. It's 1 point lower.
mean,
Even worse.
It changes everything.
Obviously.
So you see that he sort of holds the cello out, slams the bow down on his knee, looks at the other three. You know what, lads? Fuck this. We're gonna do what we're here to play. Some fucking great music, all right? And they start like waving their hands around and casting some sort of spell, and immediately their instruments change.
Yes!
And
Yes!
they begin playing some very different music. As
I will say
I'm gonna
that
offer my hand out to dance with you.
Me? Oh yes.
Huh?
With that, I'm gonna like put the lyre. Before I was gonna grab my lyre, and then nope. Yes, we are full performing here.
Full swing dance.
The
Full.
most.
As I'm spinning them, there's like little bits of fire coming out from underneath of them. The
The light
movement of their
sparkles
clothes.
all over. We're getting this grooving, damn it.
Danica
yeah.
Wolf whistles.
Oh yeah.
And-
And what is it? Make it a whole crowd event.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
at some point I want to spin and let you go so you get someone else and we can be dancing with two different people and just keep doing that until we get everyone on the floor.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
Is that
and the
our
crowd gets moving. They are fully into
performance?
this.
Let's go.
So while that's happening, Danica,
So, Irma had the gem in her mage hand, so we'll place it strategically on top of the pile. We'll cast that spell. I rolled a d10 and I got a 6, so...
Okay.
6 of the closest family members of the queen would experience that, like, rush of, like, greed, need to have one to chase.
Sparkles.
So you
Technically, it's a
see,
wisdom saving throw for any of them, but...
I'll make a group wisdom save for them.
Wisdom save.
And with a natural 1,
That's a fail!
you see that 6 of these individuals, one of them appears to be the mother of the bride, quite a
yes.
well-dressed elderly woman, just immediately stop what they're doing, turn towards the present pile, and move over towards it. One of the others kind of like, oh, I must have left that there by mistake, blah, blah, blah. And then the old lady snarls and almost goes like Smeagol Gollum level of feral as they leap
Yes.
onto the pile of presents. No, it's mine, my own. And a fight ensues between these 6 family members, a family feud, if you will, as they begin like tearing into each other and tearing at the presents as some guards come over to try and break it up, and other people are laughing like, hey, it won't be a wedding in Rue Palio if they want a fist fight before it even started. Yeah. So needless to say, the crowd are very entertained right now.
So,
Oh. Sorry. No, you first. I just read something in chat and I was like, I am wearing pearlescent and creams, so I am wearing... I was about to say, aren't we very much wearing white at this wedding?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
the two of
Yes.
us are decked out with white.
Yep.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
I've been given a task. So, I'm gonna go over
God, Diego.
to the drinking fountain. And I'm about to spike everybody's drink, and I have like a armful of snackies, and I have the little drink hidden in the armful. I get close enough, and I'd like to just dump it in. And after I dump it in, I'll do thaumaturgy, to make it like glow a bit, to be welcoming, so people start drinking.
Okay, so give me a sleight of hand check, and with the thaumaturgy, I'll give you advantage.
All right. Sleight of hand. Yep, I can make those. That is going to be a 21.
21.
Yes.
You managed to sneak that shit into the punch without anyone knowing, and as you step away immediately, people suddenly seem drawn to it as they come over and they fill up their cups and they take sips, and well,
Tell me. What did
a
you
lot
think
happens, let me tell you.
Thank you for letting me make this canon.
But before we find out what happens, we're going to go ahead and take our 5-minute break. Because I need 5 minutes to figure out what happens, because this is a lot. You've essentially
I'm so
given
sorry.
everyone who drinks that gets a wild magic surge. So,
It was only a shot glass.
Yep.
You could do like 10 people max.
yeah, but this is wild brew, and this is Rodania,
Yeah.
so it gets
Okay.
it gets
It is.
crazy. So,
Wow.
we're going to take a 5-minute break, and I'm going to figure out what the fuck is about to happen.
Oops.
So, we'll see you in 5, guys.
Bye.
And welcome back, my dear friends, to Vicki Mockery's Dragon Race. Unfortunately, Sasha's power outage is going to last for quite some time, so they're not going to be able to join us for the session, so our heart breaks. But can we please get some love in the chat for Sasha? Sasha is a wonderful player on Quest Junkies, plays every Wednesday as Renee and the Wildmount Chronicles. They're fabulous content creator. You should support them in all their creative endeavors. Love to you, Sasha. And just as a reminder, we are fundraising tonight for the Kaleidoscope Trust as part of Pride Month. All donations have incentives where you can affect the game. And believe me, this game is about to be affected. As just before we went to break, a sudden wild brew, which is familiar to those of you that watch on Monday nights, was dropped into the punch. And over the course of the next few minutes, as everyone has refilled their punches and taken a drink,
Have to take some punches, yo.
I have rolled 10 wild magic surges, and they are all taking effect immediately. So, what kind of music's gonna fit this? You know what? No, we're gonna keep the jazz. The musicians will keep playing
Jazz.
despite the chaos that's about to happen. So,
It's like the Titanic going down, just
literally, yeah.
It's
They're
going
too
down.
engrossed in
I'm
finally
yelling,
being
"Ah!"
able to play the music they wanted to play. They don't even notice this. So,
They're grooving.
the fun thing is that two of these wild magic results are the same. So I rolled the same number twice in one case.
Whoa.
So,
Whoa. On a D100?
on a D100. So here's what happens. All collectively at the same time. I'm going to keep this to like groups of people that it happens to, but it's basically the majority of the wedding guests. So the first thing we see, two separate groups of the wedding guests in different parts of the room just suddenly start uncontrollably crying. They're not upset, but tears begin streaming from their faces, makeup is smudged, and they panic because they don't know what the fuck is going on. In another corner of the room, a group of individuals suddenly start shaking as they are polymorphed into a herd of goats that begin running around the room going crazy. In another portion of the room, a group of individuals start freaking out and panicking as they have fairy fire cast upon them. So they all start glowing, and it looks amazing, but they are
great.
terrified. In another pocket of the room, a group of individuals suddenly shrink to gnome size and start freaking out. Where in another portion of the room, a group of individuals grow a size as they are suddenly, probably slightly taller than Danica, and where once they used to be quite short. Another group of individuals start panicking as they realize that they can only speak backwards. So that's the thing. Another group of individuals panic even more as gravity seems to turn off for them, and they slowly start ascending to the roof and are unable, they're trying to hold on to other people nearby that are trying to pull them back down. Those people are struggling because, and it kind of fits in with the general vibe, as they uncontrollably start screaming. They cannot speak, they can only scream. But
No!
because of the panic in the room, they don't really notice. And then the last one, a group of individuals cast fireball. So
Hold on, I need to breathe.
So there's in the midst of all this chaos, in the center of the room, there is a large fiery explosion as people are blown backwards. The people that don't have the ability to have gravity anymore just get blown up and hit the roof, and now they're on the roof looking down. There is absolute chaos. The jazz music continues. What are you all doing?
I'd like to think I was in the middle of doing a dip with Flair when the fireball went off, and I was like, this is going to be fun. And then I twirl them and get prepared because it's now where's that bitch?
Okay. Anyone else doing
That's
anything?
where I'm at.
But yeah,
Preparing.
no, Claire is just it's just kind of just this curl for their lips is ever present. They always look like they're smirking. So when they finally do in this moment, it's almost a Cheshire cat. Just
Hell
everything's
Yeah.
now.
Ooh.
Are any of us in the vicinity of what's going on? So like fireballs, like are we gonna have to
Yeah, was that just a cool
careful of
explosion?
anything,
Do I need
or
to
was
roll
it
for
just like
damage?
Yeah.
it's just going on around us and we're just kind of like
It's kind of happening all around you. You're not getting affected by it, but it's happening, and a lot of people are being affected by it.
Ooh, let's hope that no one's actually injured.
Is it safe to say that all of us kind of find each other's eyes so we can like
Yeah.
look at each
Yeah.
other and then
The psionic sending is going like, is everyone all right?
like sound off?
Wild.
Still alive.
Ooh.
Irma
Live?
messages Diego and it's just like, good boy. Good boy.
All the approval.
I'm
like
learning
if
things
that's
about
the case, we're-
myself right now.
It's
At
like,
this
again,
point,
like, you're doing
the-
great,
a
darling.
perception check to see if we really can find this bitch though.
well,
Yeah.
as you say this, the doors swing open, and a bunch of guards run into the room as the king appears, followed closely by a very disgusting, older than you anticipated, woman in a wedding gown runs into the room. What is the meaning of all this? And just takes in the scene.
Well, ma'am, I have no idea what manner of cursed beast your mother screwed under a full moon to make you, but I think she owes us all an apology, and I'm gonna use an action to become a symbiotic entity. Even
I love you so much.
I'll you know what? I actually do have spells. I do have vicious mockery. I'll cast it.
Okay.
Um,
So what kind of save is that?
Wisdom 14, please.
Wisdom 14. They rolled a
Ooh, I love
15.
it.
Oh, well,
Oh.
in my heart it hurt you.
I, as prep, for what is about to occur,
Uh-huh.
because do I feel like, oh, combat's about to begin any second
Oh,
now?
definitely.
Like, oh, there's gonna be, oh, and I go Rodriguez, and then like as like from the floor a pearlescent construct goes as with like a strum of my lyre I cast summon construct.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Assistance, please.
Irma's gonna go
Okay.
ahead and cast mage armor on herself in advance. She's squishy.
Good to know. So at this point, the bride to be, looking at the ruins of what was supposed to be her big day, screams at you all, and it's quite an unnerving, unhuman-like scream, and she begins to rise in the air, surrounded by arcane energy, and she goes, "Gods, seize them!" And I'd like everyone to roll initiative for your life.
Hee hee.
Very quickly for this, because I get to just summon to determine what it's made out of when I create it. Can I please make it out of like a pearlescent sort of like platinum?
You can make it out of whatever you like.
Cool, lovely.
Okay.
My dice tray is
Hop
full
into
of
the
glitter
side
right
music.
now. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh hell yeah!
So 25 to 20.
21.
21.
11.
Muddy 20 on my end.
Okay.
Hi, Ursula.
And we're being raided, folks, from Natural Havoc. Thank you for tuning in. We're just rolling initiative from our ruined wedding as part of Vicki Mockery's Drag On Race, where we are gonna cause some absolute chaos. Perfect time to join us. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the show. Okay, that's you two. 20 to 15.
17.
17.
I guess I should have said the last thing. My bad. I'm sorry. Ursula, hi. Hi, baby.
15 to 10.
That's gonna be a 1-4.
Okay. 10 to 5.
11.
Oh, 11. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And wait, am I missing someone? Who am I missing? Oh no, there is only 5 of you. Okay.
Would you like the construct to share my turn?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
That will make life
Cool.
a bit easier. Hang on. Okay, and I got okay, interesting. Buns, what was yours again?
Team.
Okay.
1-7.
All right.
I am
So top
here for this music.
of the initiative order. Danica Macabre.
Ooh.
It's maybe the best initiative I've ever rolled. Let's see.
There's a little mock.
What you got?
I'm looking. See. This doesn't say that I would have to touch them, so. Alright. Lightning. Actually, how far away is she?
She's about 30 feet.
30 feet, okay. Then fuck it, do it for the fabulosity. I will bonus action a Chardalon Stride, giving me 20 more feet of movement, and moving does not provoke opportunity attacks.
Okay.
Moving into her sphere, I will then go for a lightning lure. That's like a
Lightning
strength
lure.
saving throw.
Strength saving
Nice.
throw. Okay. She's old. She's not very strong. That's a natural 2 for a total of 1.
That
hell yeah.
fails. And let me double check something else. Alright, so I'll say moving within 5 feet, she'll also take 1d6 fire damage from these Chardalons.
Okay.
And then I will roll for lightning lure.
Lightning lure.
That is 10 points of... what type of damage is that? Lightning damage.
10 points of lightning damage. Okay. You see it like...
Oh wait, 1d6 fire damage. Whoops.
Oh, yes, plus 1d6 fire damage. She...
Ooh, 5! 5 points of
5.
fire, 10 points of lightning.
Okay. See, she reacts and like moves back a few feet and then just like regains her composure. She's floating in midair and gives you a snarl, and there's like her irises just seem to fade back and her eyes go black. Those of you more prepped in the arcane would recognize this as a necromantic sign.
Oh boy, could have ruin the life of the party always.
Danica will add, I see we have our something old for the wedding.
Now to have something bruised.
Hey.
She snarls at you again. That brings us to Nova.
Nova, like full catwalk, starts to strut as, with a bonus action, I cast Kinetic Jaunt.
Kinetic Jaunt.
Which, for those who are not aware of this one, my walking speed increases by 10 feet. I don't provoke opportunity attacks. I can move this through the space of another creature and it doesn't count as difficult terrain if I end my turn in another creature's space. And I am shunted to, and if I end my turn there, I am shunted to the closest unoccupied square and they take 1d8 force.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stride up to the closest individual, stop, and with a climb of my heel, just go boom, with just my presence alone. And I'm like, I need you to move away. Go on, shoot.
Okay.
So
Do they make a save for that?
Oh, sorry, wrong. I read that wrong. I would take that. My bad. Move that aside.
Okay.
I would love that if that would be the thing, though. One day, I need to make a spell like that, I guess.
I mean,
But that
let's
is my...
do it. Let's do it. Why not?
You sure?
Yeah,
All
why
right,
not?
Yes, I'd like to. Okay, slams my very nice, pointed, very, very well polished, pearlescent boot on the floor with its rose gold heel. Slam. Asks them to move aside. Forced out whoever is there and in my way. I'm going to do this to a guard, I guess, because they're probably moving that way. And then I'm like, Rodriguez, and the construct just like Goliaths over me. It's like, let's show them a dance. And I strum my lyre as they're coming in with heat metal on their metal body.
Oh shit.
As they punch down and through. I've got to figure out what this does, though. I'm so sorry.
It's not good.
I'm like, oh,
Badass.
these constructs. I don't know how this works. I was like, oh, it looks so cool.
No character, who this?
New character, who this? All right. So just a heads up, their armor class is 17 for heads up.
Okay.
So they're going to multi-attack.
Right.
I'm just going to say it does 2 because I feel like it doing 4 attacks would be absolutely brutal. So it's going to do 2 slam attacks in its way. Like, can I get to them?
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
or am I just clearing the way? Cool. So the first one to hit is, oh gosh, first one is a 15 to hit.
15 definitely hits.
Lovely. They do 4 now heated damage. So they take at the end of their turn they'll take an extra D10. So 4. So the first attack is a 15. Sorry, first attack hits. It does 4. Second attack does 6. If a 15 hit. The next one's a 13.
Misses.
Okay. So then in that case, there's about like 10 points of physical damage. And then as Rodriguez lights up the room with an extra 5 points of just heat, glistening, like melted, oozy, like oh gosh, I'm trying to remember whose music video it was, but like just almost semi-pearlescent, like shining rainbow, just brutality as something starts to sizzle, and it's like, thank you, dear.
So the first couple of guards that were approaching at the front get met with this hit from the construct and get immediately splattered against the wall as they were sitting at 11 hit points and you did like 15. So
Yep. Sorry.
it's
Put you in
effective.
my way.
Okay, is that end your turn?
Yes, it does, because
Okay.
kinetic jaunt's a bonus action.
Yes, so that brings us to Flair.
Okay. How many are left after all of that?
Oh, how many guards?
Yes.
Quite a few.
'Cause
There's-
I was next to them, so I'm like,
Yeah.
kind of, I've watched them kind of full, like, flare off, but like take off and move all these people out the way. And I kind of want to come up underneath of them, and I'm wearing a necklace. It is my wondrous item. It is a necklace of fireballs. But I just want to like take off my necklace, kind of like I broke my pearl necklace, so all the pearls go out. Like,
Yes.
so my movement and then my action is breaking the necklace out forward, so he can finish kind of doing is the action to do that.
Sure.
Would that count as me doing it? I wanted to make sure.
So are you expending all the charges?
I'm trying to
Oh wow.
Because if you do, that's the equivalent of an 8th level fireball.
Oh,
so good.
And I think if I recall, that's 13d6 damage.
Hell yeah.
It is. I just looked on the character sheet. It is.
Hell yeah.
I don't think I want to do that much.
It's a one shot.
You said there was quite a few, and we're trying to get to it so we can end this. Figure out what's going on.
As long as
Where's
we
the
do
king?
not kill the king.
Yeah, I'm about to say, where's the king? I want to know where this.
The king's at the back, so everyone
Oh,
else has moved forward. She's sort of risen up into the air 10 feet, and,
And then
the guards are all
there
in
the back.
front. Yeah.
Yeah. Then and I mean like it just kind of looks like it's coming off of them. Because that's the 8th level spell. Let's do it.
Go for it. So I'll make one group dexterity save for them,
That's
and
15.
that's a 6. So go ahead and roll me 13d6.
Boom.
The stuff that dice goblins dream of.
There's been a lot of fireballs tonight.
Oh,
Your hat.
Now,
Can y'all
here's-
see that?
I saw that. Yeah.
Wow.
I figured that needed to be a transparent roll.
What'd you get?
Legit though.
46.
46. Okay.
Distributed amongst the group.
So here's a fun fact that I only just remembered, and now I'm immediately regretting my life choices. I made a rule when I first started Quest Junkies, and it's only happened once or twice. If someone casts Fireball, I take a shot of Fireball.
Very good.
Oh no.
Now, what do I do when someone hits an 8th level Fireball?
Chug,
They take a shot of fireball
chug,
with you.
chug.
If you give me a second.
I guess.
Oh.
Okay,
Ah!
let's do it.
Perfect.
What? What happened? What happened?
So-
Why you run away?
So basically, there's no more guards to worry about, as they're all immediately incinerated.
Sorry.
So that's cool.
Picturing it like being like you posed like this though, like below, like between Nova's legs.
Yeah,
They
let's
split out and just.
I was gonna say, let's just take a moment. Please describe what happens here. As
So
this
you
is
like strutted forward and you moved everyone out the way. You had this big pearlescent hand come down and like crash into all. So there's already like a bowling pin effect sort of happening. And then while you said you would just shoot, you're out of my way. And actually, I feel like you did like a power pose while you said that. And that's
Yeah,
when-
no, it's like the full like this, and then the leg is slightly like open spaced if you flew through that.
And it is like the death drop slide, like through your legs to
Yeah.
just break the necklace off, like to roll it under. And I feel like, what was your friend's name again? Oh, Rodrigo. And they go to mimic you. They know it's not gonna work, but when they go clap clap, it goes.
Hell yeah.
Rodrigo.
hell yeah. So, in the spirit of Pride Month, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. Woo! Good job, guys.
Oh.
Otsukare, please live.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Real funny for my character down there.
Amazing. Okay, so that was your
That was
action.
my action and my movement. I think that's everything. I stand there sexily. That is my
Okay.
bonus action.
Oh, that is a free
The
action.
bonus action is to
A free action.
Posing is a free action.
Pose.
Okay.
There's the shirt. Posing is a free action.
So with that brings us to Lady Trovia's turn.
Oh.
And, well, she certainly has a target now, while I close this stat block for the guards I didn't get to use.
I'm sorry.
It's
You
fine.
can do one attack as a treat. Like one guard attack.
No, it was a good one.
Okay. She looks down at Nova and Flair, who are stood together in this power pose.
Pose.
Well,
Pose. Pose.
Those kind of statements won't be allowed in my new world. And she puts her hand out and snaps her fingers and casts Circle of Death on you both.
Oh, come on.
Excuse me.
Fuck off.
Counterspell.
Oh, we're gonna have a counterspell. Okay.
Just
What level are you casting counterspell?
Oh god, I don't remember what.
I never get to deal with counterspells. I'm so happy.
Can I meta and look up how powerful Circle of Death is?
Circle of
remember.
Death is a 6th level spell.
Oh, it's 6th level. All right,
Ew.
3rd level. That's the highest I can go. So I'm gonna
Okay.
have to.
So go ahead and roll.
I believe. So the DC is 10 plus the spell's level. So
Yeah, you gotta be 16.
16. So I gotta roll.
you still have, however, the bonus +1 you received.
I
This is
say.
true.
do.
This is very true.
Thank you. All right. So I gotta get a 15
Get a-
on the die.
15 or higher on the die.
Ready?
But dude,
I got a dirty 20.
A dirty sweat. So, describe what this counterspell looks like.
Irma kind of steps forward and she is just gonna snap her finger and just say, none of that. And just watch as it just dissipates.
You see her like recoil her arm as she does, and she immediately her glare goes over to you. Ah, no. Well, shit. That's her turn. Which brings us to Diego Dynamite.
go Diego, go!
So, I have a question. Since we see them as a necromancer, are we seeing their true face versus just what their original bridal image was? Like, has
So-
the facade dropped?
As they have begun casting, especially the withered form does come more prominent. Yes, you do see that they appear to be at least a few hundred years old at this point.
So, a little halo appears over Diego's man bun and starts like swirling. And he looks at the bride to be and goes, I really hate to be the one to tell you this, but you're so ugly. They're gonna have to get a cleric to cast resurrection on your mama when she sees your face. And then
Yes!
I'm going to hit them with my vicious glaive. So I'll pull it out of my my plasmoid form, and it's got like purple tassels and a gold like enamel emblem of Gilmore.
Yes!
Hell yeah.
And I'm gonna take a swipe at them.
All right, go for it.
Okay.
And for
So-
that, do you know what? For that comment, I'm going to give you advantage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Neat. Okay, I'm gonna do the red one for debt.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad we got advantage because I did have a natural 1 and it went to a 19.
A 19
Oh,
definitely
good.
hits.
So yes, we will hit her with a D10. So that is a 10. Plus, I'm in my symbiote form. We're gonna add another 1d6 of poison damage. So that's 16 total. And then because of my Halo of Sports, I'll add a D4, and that's gonna be 20. 10 slashing and then 10 poison damage.
Oh shit. Okay.
Hey.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to release my glaive backwards, and I'm going to need her to take a dexterity saving throw DC 14 as
Now- Natural 4.
Okay, so Gilmore's glorious glitter goes towards her face. I'm gonna roll 2d6s. That's an extra 9 glitter damage.
Holy
Glitter
shit.
damage.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Glitter damage.
So,
Raiders.
first of all, hello Raiders. Welcome on in. You've caught us in the middle of initiative as we I'm playing Vicki Mockery's Dragon Race. Emphasis on the drag, of course. And we
Raising
are
money for.
yes, we are raising money for the Kaleidoscope Trust, and all the incentives of your donations will affect the game. It has been quite eventful already, so do join in and add to the chaos. Yeah, Diego, like, just describe it to us how that all looks, because that was a heckin' ton of damage. Oh, you're
Oh,
muted.
you're on mute. Mute.
The glaive comes out of the back, and as they go to thrust, a little pseudopod comes out and jumps onto the end of the glaive, and it looks like this little sprite. It's like so sunny. It's like a little sunflower sprite thing, and they go to stab it in to this necromancer, and Gilmore's charm flicks glitter at it as the pseudopod is just like bashing it in the face as well. So
Amazing.
Play.
So she recoils as she takes the glaive stab, and then the glitter in the face. And she tries to, like, she's actually clawing her own face to try and get the glitter away. But you know what glitter's like? You can't get rid of it once it's there. So, like,
Yep.
she's gonna be clawing
all
for
in
a
my
long
ice
time. Incredible. Okay. So is that everything for your turn? Yeah.
that's it.
Okay. Maturgy.
All right. Irma is going to kind of look around, and who is the bride focusing on most right now?
So at the moment, her focus was on Nova and Flare, but with that attack, I think it's definitely moved from them on to fucking words, Diego.
All right. So she's going to use her movement to get kind of maneuver around and closer to where the king is. How far away would he be?
He's a little bit further back, so he's probably more like 50 feet away.
50 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
So she'll use her 30 feet of movement and kind of give the bride a wide berth because she knows that she's very squishy.
Yeah.
But she will cast Cloud of Daggers
Oh shit.
in between, like, so hitting her, but in between where the bride and the king are. So gives a little bit of a buffer.
Okay. Duly noted. Cloud of
And I will be
Daggers.
casting Cloud of Daggers at 2nd level.
Okay.
So that is, let's see. So at start of turn,
Yes,
she'll
start
take
of turn.
44.
44. Amazing. Okay. Anything else?
I love it.
I'm a reactionary gal,
Okay.
so I'm good. I'm done.
All right. So it would have been the guards' turn as they rolled a natural 1 on initiative, but they're all crispy and
God.
dead. So that brings us back to the top of the round.
Toasty.
Danica.
Toasty guys.
All right. I'm still within 5 feet.
I am so living for this.
You know, if it ain't broke, lightning lure.
Okay.
Strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Oh, that's a natural 8. I'm not even going to look at the modifier because I know it's a -1. So 7.
And that's a fail. And then I believe because my Chardolons is still active, still within 5 feet, so that's also 1d6 fire damage.
Uh-huh.
So that's 2 fire damage and... let's see, 11 points of lightning damage for 13 total.
11 points of damage. Okay, 13 total. Okay.
And that would be my turn.
All right, thank you. That brings us to Nova.
So, Nova, for their part, I'll be honest with you, they're more of to intrude as opposed to combat, but they are living for the light show going on right now. So, Nova continues to just kind of like stride forward, absolutely like nothing is in their way, especially since everyone is now toasty. So I suppose floor on fire, like walking as if
there's
down
like
a runway.
whirling dramatic things of ash. There you go.
Yeah, they're on their way to. They're going to be heading toward the king at this point, but they're like Rodriguez, and before that, they're going to turn to. Actually, before that, they're going to turn to Diego because Diego. They don't want Diego hurt. They like Diego. Diego's cute. And so they're going to blow a kiss in your direction, and as they do, like a little burst of almost comet-like starlight goes as I pass you my bardic inspiration, which for me as a bard of creation is a moat, very specifically. So with a moat, it's a moat of potential, and they say, "Be your own horde, dear. You look amazing." And that means within a little moat orbits around 5 feet of the creature. You can roll your bardic inspiration again if you want to. And on an attack roll, each creature at a choice made within 5 feet of you must succeed on a con saving throw or take thunder damage equal to the number rolled on the bardic inspiration die, or you can use it on a saving throw. That's what the mote of potential does. As they're just walking forward. So that they're going to use whatever movement they can to do that. I don't think we can hit action yet because I need to get to the king. Mm-hmm. But they command their construct to essentially, like, they're going to tell them to just grab this individual while they're metal, like they're still in heat metal form, to just crush them.
Okay, so that's a strength check from you and acrobatics or athletics for me.
Yeah, it is. I just gotta remember what my strength is because I keep having to switch for my baby. What do I need to beat?
A 13.
A 13?
Yeah.
Where's my construct?
One day. This spirit. Okay, 13? Oh my god, their strength is so good. Their strength is so good, 22.
22, like, easy. As Lady Trovia is distracted by your companions, the construct just leaps up into the air and just bear hugs and pulls her back down to the ground, and she's writhing trying to get out, but that's a tight grip.
They are, they are restrained, and as like I want to imagine as they've been brought down the floor, Nova is passing, and it's just like, well, you need all the love you can get. As the heat metal activates, and they take 1d10 fire damage at the very least. And if they're concentrating on anything, they gotta not concentrate no more. It's a 10. It's a 10 of melty like platinum. Yum.
Amazing.
And I'm making eyes at the king, and I'm like, we need to talk.
At the moment, he just looks really panicked, like he doesn't understand what the hell's going on. He's walked into a room, and there's people screaming, there's people on the roof, there's clouds of ash mixed with glitter, there's just absolute chaos, and he just, this is supposed to be his wedding day. So that's him, which brings us to Flair.
I would like to know, based on where we were, and especially now that the way is clear, how far I am from the king, because I think I can help him stop being so panicked.
So about 20 feet from where you are.
Oh yeah, we're definitely, especially the bride to be has been all that. I would like to kind of just float over, very like where my companions strut and stride. Flair is definitely more of the kind of floating on like a carpet made of fire always type of person. So when they come up to the king, who I know is probably like, they are something, they go, sweetie, it's time for you to look in the mirror and see what's going on here. And they're gonna cast Dispel Magic.
Okay.
Yes.
What level are you casting Dispel Magic at?
One moment. I only had the 8th level, so it's because of that necklace. So that is not my normal strength. You D&D Beyond, please and thank you. Dispel Magic, 3rd level.
3rd level. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d20. Add your spellcasting modifier. You have to be at 15.
Plus 3, be 15. Okay. Nope, don't fall off the table.
Oh, the tension right now.
I'm gonna use my dice thing like I'm supposed to. Alright. Is that plus anything? Plus 3 for my spell attack. That makes it a 16.
A 16.
Yes.
Yeah.
With
Dispel
these
Magic.
these words of encouragement and the arcane influence that emanates from you in this moment, you see, like,
Get yourself together.
You're better
what's
than
going
others.
on? What?
Oh, your trash dump of a wedding is being crashed. That's what's going on. What's going on with you? How could you hurt them? Like, very friend who's suddenly yelling at the ex, like, how could you get, what is wrong with you? Do you know we've gone to be getting to this nasty little wedding? The music sucked. Your food was too small. And now your wrinkly old bitch is getting her shit rocked. What is happening?
And he just babbles. Okay.
He was not prepared for that.
So
I
that
do not
brings
have
us
Vicki Mockery. This is just me.
to Lady
Okay.
Trovia, who looks back and sees that her hold on the king is broken, and she screams. And as she does, like, her arms are pinned down in this grasp, but you can see her hands are kind of like this, and
Oh, no.
she's moving them with her, like, with what limited freedom she has.
Now
And
she's
she goes
having
to-
it.
That wouldn't happen.
She goes to cast Dimension Door.
Oh, fuck no.
So
Why don't I have a counter spell?
I have actions.
You know what?
I used all my big boys.
Why not?
Well,
Irma will
I'll hold up.
try to counterspell that.
Okay.
Use her last 3rd level spell slot to try to counterspell.
Okay, go ahead and roll. The DC is 14.
All right. That's a 19 on the die.
A 19.
We all went, ah!
Nine.
Oh no, you
Okay.
don't.
Also, I'm gonna need her to go ahead and take an extra 1d4 poison damage if they
Okay.
fail a con saving
Oh,
throw
yeah.
of 14 for my little halo.
And
Uh,
also does
13 on the die. No modifier.
3 damage.
3 damage. Okay.
does she need
Wait.
to roll for the cloud of daggers damage? Should I go ahead and roll 4d4 on that?
Yes, that it is
Oh.
at the start of her turn.
forgot. I
It would
forgot.
also affect the construct, I believe, as well.
If it's yep, okay, that's fine. I'm hoping.
I'm within
So-
5 feet. Would it affect me?
Cloud of daggers. Since I'm an evocation wizard, can I sculpt that to not hit
Oh.
the construct?
You
Or
certainly
anyone else in
can.
the...
Evocation.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right, she like waggles her fingers to just like very pointedly aim the cloud, like as it's going, to just hit her hands for 9 slashing damage.
9 slashing damage. She's starting to look rough. Let me put it that way. Amazing. Well, she can't do anything else then, so that brings us to Diego.
Go Diego, go.
Well, ma'am, and meanwhile, my little sunflower, you'll see it. My sunflower, when I threw it, my little symbiote, it has a purpose. It's searching the body of this thing for like a phylactery. And because I'm partial paladin, like it knows what to do. So I know that in my head it'll take as many turns or until it's dead to keep searching. But for now, he's gonna get real close and take a whiff. And you're like, I really, I don't know if you're trying to defeat us with your magic or your odor, but I'll take another attack.
Okay.
I love it.
That's gonna be a 23 to hit.
Well, they are grappled, so attacks are at advantage.
They are.
And we got a nat 20 on the die.
Natural 20, folks. If you've got those emotes in the chat, let them fly.
Boop. Nat
Hell
20. So
yes.
what I'm actually very excited about this because my little weapon has a benefit with a nat 20. It gets an extra 7 damage.
Yeah.
So,
Heck yeah.
So the way that crits work on Quest Junkies, it's maximum possible damage, and then you roll normally and add to it.
Okay. So
what's your maximum possible damage from an attack from your vicious
the
glaive?
max damage is going to be 17.
Okay, so roll your attack normally and add 17.
Okay.
Makes me so happy.
That's a 7. So that's a 24.
24.
Plus my symbiote. I roll. Let me see. 1d6. Okay. Here, I'll do some ASMR. That's going to be 4 more damage on top of that.
So that's
Ursula, Alice, get out of this room.
okay.
We love you.
Sorry, I had to middle name my dog.
It's all good. Diego Dynamite. How do you want to slay this bitch?
Oh, man.
I will also add, you can add that thunder damage from the motive potential that I gave you as well.
Yes, I was counting on that. As we put in our glittery glaive, thunder damage is going to ricochet through as I cast Thaumaturgy and say,
Fanny Delva.
Fanny Delver sends their regards. And yeah.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Ah,
As
Stab her with the pointy end.
As she takes this attack, you see her form begin to disapparate away into ash that joins the already clouds of ash and glitter. And she
I
screams.
just love that.
I know, it's such a vibe.
What a vibe.
As she starts screaming, "No, no, curse you, Fanny Delver!" Ah! And the form disapparates.
That's so loud.
And then for a few awkward moments, there is silence. If Sirenscape will pause.
Silence.
Jamming
go.
these
Moment of
funky
silence.
keys.
Love
Ding
it.
dong.
Sadly,
Atten-
wub
Bitch dead.
Attention in the air, and then the very next thing you hear is a voice from the other end of the room. Magnus? And you look and you see Jasper, more commonly known as Fanny Delver, with half drag makeup on as they were rushing to get here.
Love it.
As they
We gave you
stand,
no time, bitch.
tears in their eyes. And the king looks over. Jasper? And they run to each other. The king picks him up and twirls him in the air, and then they embrace in a at least 25 to 30 second long snog.
Yes.
It is
I love to eat
intense.
food. Oh, the babies.
Herbo will cast prestidigitation, so there's just like these little illusionary hearts, rainbow hearts, just floating around.
Fear drama. We
Yeah.
love this.
you guys, quick And Diego's taking off their sparkly heels. I think with a little bit of all of us, we could still have a wedding, don't you think?
I was about to
Yeah.
say, I'd like to strum my lyre and with fabricate. Even though it says one item, may I request to make 2 rings?
You can do anything you like.
Just like, there's just a this, and then out of it comes like 2. Nice. Thank you very much. Non-tacky.
Color spray
non-white.
over the aisle full of ash and glitter to add a bit more decoration.
Oh, yeah.
Did the bride
Oh,
drop a bouquet anywhere?
Please say yes.
Make a perception check.
My
Perception check?
symbiote is a flower.
Another
Yeah.
19 on the die, so...
Oh, yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
You don't see a bouquet, but you do see that the symbiote is a flower, as Diego has just said.
Again with the lyre, I think I've got move earth, so like carving like a gorgeous path to like make an ornate sort of like overhang, just like now this is a wedding, and goes over to them as like they breathe, and I'm just like, for you, dears.
Thank you.
Oh, just to be safe, I would like to cast Purify Drink on the punch bowl.
All right.
Good idea.
Twice. Good job.
Oh boy.
I don't know what that cat was up to, but man, I need to talk to them more often. That was fun.
It's fine. We'll send word to the guard. We'll put out a warrant for their immediate arrest.
Oh no, they did great. It's fine.
Are you sure? We can have them
Yeah.
hung, drawn, and quartered by the morn.
Oh, no.
No, no. Don't
No, not
ruin your
necessary.
honeymoon with that, firstly. And
No.
secondly, live your best lives. It's the
It
best
certainly
kind of
made
revenge.
things a splash.
Well, then the king looks over at Jasper. You did always know how to make an entrance, darling, didn't you? And just boops him on the nose. Let's get this show on the road. And then one of the doors opens and this elderly priest walks in like, oh, heavens. Oh, I
Change
didn't
your plans
realize...
there.
I didn't realize we were having an old-fashioned Rupalio wedding. I should have brought my costume. Never mind. Sire, if you are ready. And he seems to not notice that that there's no bride and there is 2 grooms. Doesn't seem to care. He's just happy to do a wedding. And
Split up
everyone
evenly,
takes.
so we're on either side.
Yeah.
Hey, for
Everyone
a bingo
takes.
card,
Yeah.
I would like for a bingo card, if he happens to say, and they're just gonna lean in, we are gathered here to gaze. I would like the first slice of cake. Thank you.
I love that.
Okay.
I would like to join the marriage. I would like to join the cellist amongst the other ones, and strike up one of my many instruments as Rodriguez becomes basically the equivalent of like a steel drum for like a soft beat. And I'm like, good job, dear. As I turn to the cellist, I'm so sorry, you were playing wonderfully, but even you know you do better than that. And I join the stage to make sure that the ambiance is right, damn it.
Hell yeah.
Adding to ambiance, can I cast darkness on like some of the... Because we left a lot of chaos
Oh yeah.
in this area. There's like people strewn about, there's destruction. Can I, at least in their backdrop, cast darkness but color it like, you know, glittery...
Maybe my dispel magic
Light.
got rid of some of it. Would my dispel magic have worked on a wild magic surge?
I'm gonna sure. Why not? We'll say that around about this time, a lot of the magic effects that were still ongoing seemed to die off.
We're just past out goblins in your world. Like, yeah.
A pack of goats just runs by.
Oh, horrid things. Ugh.
I love ghosts so much.
Meanwhile, I think
funny.
their eyes are creepy.
Look, that's what I like about them.
Ah, yes.
Needless to say,
Oh, wait.
everyone is assembled. And the priest brings the two together. We are gathered here today, and gives Diego a wink. For the sake of a simple thing called marriage.
We're all getting one here today.
So good.
If for any reason someone is against this decision to marry the king and his king, let them, and looks at all of you, go fuck themselves, because this is Ropalio, and we embrace this shit.
We embrace.
You know what, let's cut to the chase. Exchange the rings, and please make out frivolously. You two are married. And there is joy and elation from the people that are not overly traumatized from the events of today.
Fair.
And
Fair.
you hear particular cheering from the back of the room as Vicki Mockery has made her grand entrance, surrounded by her unseen servants, like most of them carrying her cape that goes back at least 45 feet behind her, as she sways in. My darlings, you did such a wonderful job. I think it's safe to say that we've been successful. Well, this is a wedding, isn't it? I think it's time to fucking party, don't you?
Yes.
She claps her hands, and there is a flash of light, and all of a sudden, there is spectral disco balls all across the roof that are spiraling all these colors, and the party continues.
At least at one point or another, in like the hype of like dance, like Nova dances with their construct as they get thrown into the air, and like the glitter wings basically expand as they like bring extra light, and goes, love it, and just plummets back down and just is having a ball. And is prepared to get as blackout as we did when we all met ever so long ago. Did anybody bring a trough? Was it fishbowl, aquarium?
Dunk tank.
Herm was like busy taking pieces of cake and just like experimentally like pressing it against Diego to just see if it goes in. Bit of a fish tank over here, in a way.
Diego's just like watching it happen and keeping an eye on its little symbiote to see if it comes back with a phylactery, and ignoring the fact that while the vows were going off and the wild magic search stopped, the people that were floating, they came down with a mighty splat, and it was like some fucked up rain for a moment.
Yeah, that's why we cast. That's why we cast off this.
Absolutely. Sorry.
So, because you guys handled that very quickly, and we're not quite finished with the session yet, I'm going to throw in a bit of fun here. Towards the end of the night, as everyone has had plenty to drink, Vicki Mockery rises up into the air in a grand gesture of arcane prowess, throws her hand forwards towards an empty portion of the room, where a catwalk appears.
Oh, damn.
Well, friends, how about we put on a real show?
Yeah.
So let's have ourselves a drag-off. because this is Dragon Race.
It is.
So, I'm going to ask everyone to re-roll initiative to get a turn order,
Okay.
Oh, snap apples.
and then we're going to see what
Snap
happens.
apples.
Oh, 20, 21. I rolled a nat 20. Good job.
Oh boy.
17.
Okay, hang on. So we have. So 25 to 20. We got the 21. Anyone else got 25 to 20? Nope. 20 to 15?
15.
15?
17.
17. Was there a third one there?
18.
18. Oh boy. And
6. rolled a
okay. Okay. Interesting. Bum, 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 bum.
My God.
So Vicki Mockery rolled a natural 20 as well. So Flair Baptiste. I think we need to play rollies. Roll me a d20.
Rollies.
Bow, bow, bow. Ciao. Ciao. 11.
11. She rolled an 11 as well. Roll again.
Oh my gosh.
20.
20. She rolled a 19. Okay. So Vicky looks like she's gonna take the stage first, but you push her out of the way.
Yeah, I'm just like, excuse me, dear.
So this is gonna be a skill challenge, and what I'm gonna say is, this is a catwalk
love it.
where you have to put on the best performance. You can use any spells or skills, or just talk fabulously about what you're doing, and I'll ask you to make a roll for it based on whatever skill I feel is appropriate. If it's really good, in fact, no, I'll give everyone advantage for this because y'all did an amazing job.
Yay.
So
Absolutely
this is
destroying a wedding.
your time under the spotlight. So starting off with Flair.
Well, the first thing that happens is a flare. Let me go. Excuse me, darling. They kind of bump a little bit into them, not in a challenging way, but in a kind of domino effect. At the point of where they touch their skin, they cast spark skin. And I don't know if you know that it's a tree. I forget what type it is in Africa, but it looks like it has watercolor like painted on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so good. So you know what I'm talking about. That's what their skin does, like all over them as they walk down. And the long purple robes that they've been wearing, the geometric shape is symmetrical, and it just splits down the middle. And when they take off their coat, very much like It's Me, Grandmama, Anastasia. Like, they let it down and you see the skin. This is when like the strut starts working, and they go about halfway, and then they snap and burst into flames to reveal their actual like flaming like shape and body, and they're like their hair goes all the way down and it like becomes almost their clothes. Low-key Bayonetta. There's like this kind of flamed, almost it looks like it's leather made of flames that surrounded them in a new outfit. They're like, reception outfits are always the better ones. And then that's when they get off of the stage.
Okay, give me a performance check with advantage. That is amazing.
Yeah. Her performance. +2. Come on, little charisma. The first one was 12. 11 roll with advantage. Yeah, we're gonna take that 12. It was an 11 and a 12.
Okay.
I feel like I should have rolled first. I should have went first and then did it.
Okay. Duly noted. So following you, Vicki Mockery is like, let me show you how it's done. And she saunters up onto the stage. She unhooks the long cape. Here you go.
Whatever she's about to do, silvery barbs.
Oh shit.
Okay. Good to know.
Nobody needs advantage. I'm just doing disadvantage.
Okay. Nice move. So I'll say in that instance, she goes to remove the cape, one of the ties doesn't come fully together as she goes to do multiple front flip into a split. So she's gonna roll to see what happens with that. Okay. She rolled a natural 1 and a natural 2, so feel free to add your silvery barbs to that.
Yeah, the nat 1 sticks.
Okay.
RIP.
So she does the flips, but she fails to realize that this long 45-foot long cape is still attached to it and is slowly wrapping around. And as she goes for the splits at the end, she basically bounces off a cushion of this cape that is built up on the floor and just bounces off the side and clatters into the ground. Oh!
Oh no, these are bloopers. The real.
We'll cut that bit out. It's fine. It's fine.
We'll edit that in post. Like.
All right, what's next? And looks over. Diego, show your stuff.
So Diego's gonna come out full flannel, sparkly heels, the glaive out, and is going to go down the catwalk. At the end of it, it's gonna strike a pose, throw the glaive. As it comes down, it's gonna absorb into its body, and they're gonna turn into like a giant, beautiful mushroom girl, like quintessential monster fucker, shaped like Lizzo, with little tentacles instead of feet. And
Work
start
it.
twerking.
Yes, Diego.
Work it.
Oh my goodness, that is incredible.
Feeling good.
Okay.
Playing in the background, just had to do my head.
So you know what? I'm gonna quote Brennan Lee Mulligan here. There are moments in a game where a dice roll is required for certain actions, but every now and again, someone just gives you a verbal natural 20. And that is one of them. So, absolutely incredible. Okay. That brings us to Ermaturgy.
All right, she's after a nat 20 performance, she does look a little intimidated, but you know what? To hell with it. She gets up, and she is going to cast out of daggers again in the middle of the catwalk, and then kind of move like she's going to like run and then slide through it. But she will use her item, the Atlas of Endless Horizons, to cast Misty Step to kind of appear on the end of it. And she'll strike like a little pose with prestidigitation to like just kind of glitter off everything.
Okay. What am I gonna call this? Make a
An
deception
evocative
check.
performance?
Give it a deception check with advantage.
Oh, with advantage, okay. Oh, nat 20 for a 21.
Oh, snap.
Holy shit.
I got a nat 20 and then an 8.
Amazing. Then that pretty much happens exactly as you've described. No one is none the wiser. They think you just sailed through that shit. 10 out of 10. Okay. That brings us to Danica.
Irma just nudges Danica. Hey, you.
Yeah.
You're up.
I think it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. I was distracted by chat. So, since he's out of higher level spell slots, he's gonna do one of these. Gonna go for the bow tie, undo it, go for one of these.
Okay.
Struts toward the end of the catwalk. And then right when he gets near the end, he will do that drop to his knees and do the full on his way
Hell
back.
yeah.
Prestidigitating some it's an effect that's like resembles a Chardonnay's fire but without causing fire damage. And just the one suspender hanging off the hip, the like buttons undone around the collar, just
Love it.
Amazing.
I've been waiting for my dandy daddy this whole time.
Performance check with advantage.
all right.
Living.
Net 20 on the die.
Oh shit!
Oh my
Another one!
Nice.
That's a nat 20.
Pressure I'm feeling right now. Oh my god.
This one shot was meant to be, clearly. Incredible. Which brings us to, last but certainly not least, Nova.
Nova, in an odd change of atmosphere, could I request less boppy and more like warm serenading music, if I can?
Warm serenading music.
Because as Nova steps out, Nova has, like, for lack of a better word, infinite confidence. And as much as they were like, oh yeah, I'd love to win this, they really want to put the focus on the married couple. So what they want to do is, as they start to step forward, they're going to have their construct strike up a beat on their steel drum self, as they begin to just play and sing, and just like as they're breathing out, I'm going to use the equivalent of my draconic breath weapon, which is radiant damage, to just start to like leak out just soft, warm starlight. And as like the partying kind of like chills out for a minute, and they like gesture over in their direction as they swing 2 motes of potential. Basically, they would like to gesture to King Magnus and Fanny Delva to come up onto the stage, and like completely humbling themselves despite how much they shine, despite how much they glitter. They go, sorry, I'm so nervous going last. All of these nat 20s, like, killing me. They go, love is an infinite possibility. It is space, it is time. It is anything and for anyone. Oh, I don't want to make myself cry. I'm an emotional cry at weddings, you see. But I'd like to be honored by you today. And to everyone here, and sorry again about that, because love won today. And don't forget, to everyone here, to love each other, love yourselves, and be your own horde. Because you are all starlight. And like they open the stage up as like they basically make a ramp out of whatever spell slots they have to be able to make Moldarth happen, as they like basically shine mote and gesture to the stage as they continue to play. Because that's what I'd like to do, if that's okay.
I think that's more than okay. I think there's probably not a dry eye in the house as you say this. And
Irma's sobbing. Absolutely sobbing.
Danica tears up.
I'm going to consider this a group natural 20. You guys have absolutely slayed it. And as the two kings take the stage, they don't go for anything flashy. They just do what all weddings require of their couples and have their first dance in the glistening lights. And as this moment stretches on for what seems like eternity, you do realize that despite the chaos and the franticness and the screaming goats and people and the fireballs and everything, deep down, nothing can conquer the power that is love. In all the forms that it comes in. And that's something that everybody has the right to experience, no matter where they are, no matter who they are. It's universal. And that is why we're here and why we're doing this. And that's where we'll finish for tonight's session.
Love always wins.
It
Thank you
does.
for that.
So, my dear friends, thank you to everyone who's tuned in to this incredible stream tonight. Thank you to my wonderful table of players. Again, much love to Sasha, whose internet prevented them from joining us tonight. So last
We
minute.
miss you.
But we send all the love, and we know that if you had been here, you would have slayed just like the rest of these kings and queens right here. It has been a privilege and a pleasure to bring this session to you. Thank you for all the donations and the follows and just the love in the chat. Let's quickly go back around the table. My dear friends, please reintroduce yourselves. Plug anything you have to plug and give us your favorite moment from the session. Starting with Ermaturgy.
Hey everyone, I am Bree, also known as Bree Tired across Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, doing art, D&D, memes, you have it. And you'll soon find me here on a regular basis on Fridays as your dungeon mistress for Curse of Strahd. We're playing Stradalicious in hopefully a month or so. So we'll see. As for my favorite part, I gotta be real with you. Anytime Diego opened his mouth, I just was trying hard to not obnoxiously laugh. But Sky, I love you. That was amazing.
Absolutely incredible. And
Burns. The burns were so sick.
speaking of Diego
Acidic.
Dynamite,
Yes, if you would like to follow me and my sweet, sweet burns, make sure you check me out on YouTube as Sky McSparkle, where I cover Critical Role, Dimension 20, and a bunch of other nerdy shows. That's what I do and what I'm here for. I'll be joining them for Curse of Strahd coming in hopefully next month.
Ooh.
Will be full cosplay, which is super exciting. My
Yes.
My favorite part about tonight, I think, is I have two. When there were goats and gravity magic going, that wild magic is just so fun. And then Irma trying to figure out how the plasmoid works, because I don't even know. I've been making it up this whole time. I don't know how it works.
well, whatever you said, it's now canon. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm registering this in my brain as it's the only thing I'll have going forward.
I don't need a bag of holding. I am a bag. I'm a
am a bag.
plasmoid of holding.
I am
look
a
at me.
bag of
I am the
holding.
bag of holding. Incredible. Thank you so much. Moving down the overlay, Nova Starlight.
Hello everyone, I have played Nova Starlight, they, them, Crystal Dragonborn, Bard of Creation Extraordinaire, player of music, and other such, making me cry with my own bloody moves. Oh gosh, as for who I am in real life, I'm Scarlet Song, she, her, your local like and your local not a like a librarian. Totally, that's what, yes, words. Sorry
Got
guys, it's like 9 a.m. and I woke up very early.
You've been
But
killing it.
thank you. You can find me here on Twitch at ScarletSong_. You can find me on Ko-fi, where I run the Patreon that does encounter bundles. Our new one involves steampunk penguin pirates. So, fun stuff.
Penguin pirates.
Yes. Look up a macaroni penguin. It's the best thing ever. And as for where you can find what I'm doing, you can find me on Mondays at QuestJunkiesUK playing Embra, my celestial construct, ? Or you can find me bi-weekly on the College of Inspiration for Arcpoint, where I play Miss Cotta, my totally a maid, not an assassin on the run from the mob. Oh gosh, favorite moment. Oh god, so many. I loved everything. I love the idea that the plasmoid can fit into any shoe size because I'm so jealous. I love your makeup, Bridget. Like, it's so good.
Thank you.
I think I also just really I love the visuals of everything. Favorite moment, honestly, when Magnus and Fanny Delva reunited. Like, I was like, that's my heart right there. That's my heart, and that's honestly why as soon as you mentioned it was like Drag Race time. Like, oh, if I go last, I know what I'm doing.
And it was perfect. Thank you so much for that little moment. Moving down the overlay once more, Flair Baptiste.
Tis I, Flair Baptiste, but for outside of this game, you can know me as Buns, and I am normally your favorite goblin. I'm a Buns ready for battle, and that is shown on Wednesdays on QuestJunkiesUK's channel as Corbin, the druid / changeling / 4 druids changeling, and I'm supposed to be a monk. I do punch things, but I mostly just tame the Underdark. I have a myriad of animals that shouldn't be following me, and I'm now Spore Jesus. I'm also on the Streets channel on alternate Sundays, playing a human embodiment of camp spirit named Maisie. And you can find me playing Pirate Board this Sunday on Guild Superior. There's so many different time zones. Oh.
It never ends, does it?
No, it doesn't. But here on Battlescar Buddy, Twitter is honeybuns because they won't let me change it. And my favorite part of today's session, two things. I'm cheating. One, the first time I saw you with the filter on, because I thought you were wearing a wig, and I was about to just compliment that. And then you moved and your necklace went with you. I went, hey! The shenanigans. And like in the campaign, I'm so sorry, but it was how we kind of overwhelmed everything with fabulousness. I didn't think it was going to do. I was like, this necklace of fireballs could be fun. I could give it to somebody and blow them up. Maybe. I didn't think it was good.
So my number one rule for my players when they come to my table, as some of you already well know, is I want you to outthink me, outsmart me, and outmaneuver me. And y'all motherfuckers did that tonight, let me tell you.
Thank you for letting me
It was
make
so much
the
fun. It
wobber
was so
thing.
much fun.
I'm glad to hear it. Thank you so much. And last but certainly not least, Danica Macabre.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, King.
This has been an amazing adventure. I've been Danica. More often than not, I'm Bridget. Although Monday nights, I am Frike, the Way of the Long Death. Shatterkai, Lady of Nouns. Looking out for more of those epic cheerleading chants in the near future. You can find me in most places at Nice Try Enigma, except for my archive of our own, which is Nice Try Enigma 69. Where I post fanfics, sometimes related back to this channel, where now I also write the recaps. Demethrin is done, Wildmount is done, I am working on Rodania, and I just finished the second episode of Bad and the Beautiful, where I'm also the storyteller for Vampire the Masquerade. And
I will say, try not to get the fanfic and the recaps mixed up, because that'll be
That'll be
problematic.
a vibe, yes.
one feeds into the other. The recaps help me write fanfics because I remember details that way.
That's true.
Legit.
So we'll be having part 3 of Vampire the Masquerade soon. My favorite moment was kind of like under the radar, but I felt like Diego saying I'm learning things about myself was my favorite out of everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. Thank you so much. And I've been Patch, your ever humble dungeon master. I play everyone else. You can find me here all the time. This is my home. I'm also a guest over on PhoenixUK every other week on Fridays in Chisentis Tyranny and on Saturdays in the Dark of Xerixis. Quest Junkies, we have one more stream to go for this charity week, and you know what? Let me show you what we're doing. If you look to your screens now, you'll see the cast for Honey Heist 2 Electric Beargaloo.
Yeah.
Where 6 bears? Question mark? I should have put a question mark in there. Aim for the heist of the century in Nicodranis. That's right. We are going to fully destroy Matt Mercer's cannon now because we're bringing a honey heist to Nicodranis. And with all these wonderful chaotic folks, this can only go one way. So I look forward to the impending lawsuit from the folks at Critical Role. I mean, you know, they say never meet your heroes, but if this gets me to meet them, then I'm for it. So
Not like this. Not like this.
as for my favorite moment, it is tough. There were so many. You guys brought your A game, which is all I wanted. If I had to pick one, oh, it's so tough.
You're the DM. You can just say all of it. And he's like,
I could. I don't want to cheat. I already cheated with the look tonight. So,
Legit though.
you know what? I will say the spiking of the punch and me realizing how many wild magic surges I would have to roll to do that properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, and you know, I'm not one for backing down. So, you know, I had to do it. So, thank you for that. That was truly incredible. So that has been us. Thank you, my dear friends. We soldier on to tomorrow's stream where we will continue raising money for the Kaleidoscope Trust, the wonderful organization that helps our LGBTQIA plus friends and family all across the world. Do stick with us for tomorrow's stream. We're going to leave the fundraiser open till the end of the month because it's Pride Month, so we might as well keep it open for Pride Month. We have so many fundraising goals to hit. And I believe there's certain members of the community have said that by the end of it, they will match the highest donation, which is amazing because the highest donation at the moment is £100. So
If we added up some of mine, Grim, match mine.
We
He's out
could.
there somewhere.
well, he'll be playing tomorrow, so you definitely know where to find him tomorrow.
Heck yeah.
But yes, that does it for us. We're gonna go and spread the love somewhere else. Let's go see our friend Mike Disney, who is doing an art stream right now. Love to see Mark. He's always playing some good tunes and doing some incredible art. So do stick around for the raid, folks. All the love to you, no matter who you are or where you are. And I hope tonight's been as enjoyable for you as it was for us. And we will see you tomorrow night in Nicodranis. All the love and good night, guys. Mwah.
Night.
Good night.